Hi, y'all. Oh, stop. I lost my nose ring. So I'm just checking in with y'all. I don't like it there. Let me fix this up. It's a lot of wall. I just don't like having a lot of wall in my video. Like, this is funny. Now I'm going to show you how to cut a pizza. If I can get the camera right. I guess we're just going to have a lot of wall. Okay. So welcome, viewer. Hi, everyone. This video is a check-in, update. I want to talk about some ideas. I want to kind of reflect on the past year that I've had and where I am now, and like maybe process a little bit about what I see myself doing for the next year. As in my last video, I was saying, I was going through a heartbreak. I talked about my polyamorous relationships, how I became poly. I expressed how complicated it is to date with the diagnosis. And, at this point, I have to move on. Like, I can't keep doing the same patterns. Like, I always felt like going back to the devil that kind of thing. Like, the new devil or the devil like, what's the lesser evil. And I'm one of those people that I always go back to, like, the people that I always had feelings for. And then, like, there's certain songs that I think about. Like, I think about that Janet Jackson song. I'll never fall in love with you again. Think about that. I think about the song Torn by LaToya Luckett. Torn in between the two, 'cause I really wanna be with you, but something tells me I have to leave. Something like that. Another song that's been playing in my head is this new Toni Braxton song that one of my partners actually played for me, and it's a new Toni Braxton, and she's I forget how it goes, but like, and then I also wrote some songs. One thing I noticed is, like, through this heartbreak that I'm going through and trying to move on, and certain toxic, well, they weren't toxic, they just weren't going anywhere, I guess. Well, that's their words. It wasn't going anywhere, but it wasn't like it was because of me that the relationship didn't go further. It was really, they never probably really was, like, connected with me in the way that I was feeling connected to them. They didn't see my vision. They didn't see, me. Like, they didn't understand me. So, and that's okay. And for me, like I said, like, love, I don't give up. Like, I don't, like, if I fall in love with somebody and I tell them I love them, I sincerely mean it, and it's always genuine, no matter what it looks like going on outside of that relationship, poly or not. So in the last video, I also talked about not wanting to start over. Like, okay, so you get into a new relationship and then you have to, like, okay, what do they want for their future? What you want for your future? What can you guys accomplish together? What kind of goals you can have? Hey, Chris, it's good to see you. So, like, starting over is, like, the worst for me. Like, that's why in my 20s, like, once I got into my 20s, it's like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm gonna just stick with who I have. But it dragged on, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like I didn't try to meet new people, because it wasn't about just intimate meeting new people, but it was about also making new friends, male or female, like, in general. And it just doesn't work out for me too much. And I hate to say that, oh, it's my fault or whatever, but it's really nobody's fault. It's just the way of the laws of attraction and the way the universe works. Like, so on to, like, expressing how I've been coping. Like, I had a really bad depression. I had to use my alternate personalities to make it out of the house, to go to family events like Thanksgiving or, family parties and stuff like that. Like, I had to, like, or to go visit a friend or something. Like, I had to alter into a different personality in order to make it through those days. And then as soon as I get home, I'm, like, back into this like this mode of like depression and sleeping and like I'm in fetal, like, so I didn't get my hair done yet, I didn't get my nails done yet, like I haven't gotten my eyebrows done, like I just really checked out. I don't want to say it's all because of the heartbreak, but it seems like that's the only thing that's going on. Like, they're moving on with somebody else who's doing for them the things that I did for them. So it's like so weird. Like, she's doing the things for him that I did for him for years. So why, so it's kind of confusing for me. And it's causing me a lot of anxiety. Like sometimes I'm listening, like trying to use coping skills, and then the person just keeps coming up in my head and it gives me anxiety. So, okay, so I take medication for my anxiety, my panic attacks. And you're right, Cristiano Loriano. Relationships is such an emotional investment. Exactly. It's a sacrifice. Like, you have to want to go through this shit. Love is war. Like, I always say that. But I take anxiety medications, and I can take them up to 3 times a day. And I'm noticing, like, when I wake up, I take my morning medication, and then I have to take an anxiety medication because, like, I'm going through love withdrawal. Like, I my nerves are so bad, like so bad. Like, but the thing is, the funny thing about it is like I've been through this before. Like, I've been through this before, the same thing, like I was saying in my last video, and things that help me during like my depression or when I'm having bad anxiety is eating junk food, sleeping in late, spending time with family if I can, or calling somebody or texting. And another thing that I found useful was like watching funny movies, or I've been binge watching Dave Chappelle Show, been binge watching Key and Peele, sketch comedy stuff. And like trying my best smoking cigarettes, but trying my best to like hold on, because when this happened to me before in the past, I didn't do so well. I didn't recover so well. Like, I could end up in the hospital. It gets bad for me. And I think everybody can relate to that. If you love somebody or in love with somebody and they don't love you back, or you're in love with somebody and they break your heart, and for some people it's like, oh, they cheated on you, or they lied to you about something. So I know heartbreak is a relatable thing. And I know I'm not the only person in the world that like takes it hard, like a hard hit or whatever, but so one thing I want to talk about is, okay, so when I got back on Facebook in 2017, I used to write. I started a short story series called Tough Love, which is also one of the short stories that I actually published in the Love versus Fear book. And you can visit amrointernational.org, and I'll probably leave the links here, and you can preview the book and stuff like that. But it originally started on Facebook as a short story series. And now lately, also my depression, like, I also been writing more, and I've been like trying to focus like on my career, focus on my gift, focus on my talents, instead of focusing on other people and what they may not or feel about me or what I feel about them. Like, instead of like being so boy crazy or being so like a romantic, I guess, like, instead of being so like infatuated or fixated on people, places, and things, which is like my OCD, which is also my triggers, it's also my stressors, it's also my anchors, like people, places, and things. So like if I drive down some certain streets, I'll be like, oh God, I remember something good or bad, or this reminds me of that person, and just like it fucks with my head. So instead of like fixating and ruminating on these things that are hurting me or making me feel anxious or making me feel, I've been like diving more into my work. But there is such thing as workaholism. But I think that would actually be good for me. Like, I think workaholism would actually be good for me. So back to the short story series, Tough Love. It's really, really good. I think like some of my stuff I think is really, really, really cheesy, but I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone. Like, my first book, The Mental Stigma, which is also The Vision, The Veil, it was about my experience with psychosis and and about sharing the experience of what it's like to be in a rehab or a facility to get care, but also it had a spin to it where it made it a little fun and creative and stuff. So with that book and that story, I touched a little bit on, like, I try to write, like, I wanted to write like a hood hop drama or something, like something ratchet. I think they call them urban novels. Like, I used to read all those, like Shiesty, True to the Game, Be More Careful, like all those, but I never had that aesthetic to really write like hood shit and actually like have it flow. I hate when she does that. Like, just close the door so you can cough. But anyway, so like then because I get distracted easy. She was sleeping when I started this video. Now she's up. So, and this is her house, so all love and respect. But anyway, so I wanted to try to like write something like more urban, like hood drama, whatever. So that's why I was practicing with the short stories, Tough Love. I published 4 chapters of it. It has like a dialogue format. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, it'll be probably like, I guess, marketing or promoting the next book with the short story series. So that's kind of my idea. Like, okay, so I'm going to be posting more of my writings on Facebook. I'll still be doing self-expression and, letting you guys know like when I'm up and when I'm down or when I'm in between and stuff like that. And I think you guys will really like it. The way I'm spinning it, and also like what's so cool about it is, I just don't want to give y'all too much. I don't want to give y'all too much, but I found a whole bunch of stories and books that I wrote that I didn't even know I wrote. Like, I'm going, like I said, I was delving into like my files, my computers and stuff like that, and just like, writing in my journal. My journal is almost done. Like, I have probably like 15 blank pages left, and then I gotta get another journal. And I love this journal so much. So it's like, I'm sad to see it's going to be filled up. I've never filled up a journal like the way I filled this one up. Like, I literally, even if I go a week without writing in it, like, I had got this journal last year before New Year's, and now like this whole year I wrote so much that the book is almost, so like the journal's almost done. And I wrote my new stories. I wrote short stories. Like, it's just exercise and free writes and stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to that. And I can't wait to share it with you guys and see what y'all think. I would like feedback when I post the different short story series. It's a continuation. I'm debating whether I should post them from the beginning. But the thing is, you could go to the book and preview it, the short story, without me having to repost the shit. You know what I mean? But we'll see. And then I also want to do some lives where I like do some reading excerpts on live from, my previous books and stuff like that, just to stay connected. I'll also be doing, I'll continue doing like, like I said, self-expressing, like coming here and let you guys know when I'm bad, let you guys know when I'm good. And it helps for me. Like, I used to have a blog, like I said, where I used to write the stuff, but they closed down that site or they revamped it or something, they moved it. But I transitioned into doing the vlogging, and I can still do the blogging and use Facebook as that platform for that. Also still doing, running Amron, running my business. I'll be going on vacation. I really don't want to say too much about that until after the fact, but I'll be going on vacation. And I look forward to like the new year. What I expect from the new year is, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it, but if we're processing here, what I look forward to in the new year is joy and peace of mind and productivity and continue goal slaying. Like my cousin told me, he said continue to slay those goals, and I love making plans and goals in my journal and going back and crossing them out. I love going back to the beginning of my journal and seeing what I didn't get done, what I forgot to do, and putting it back on my goal list. If I could complete one thing every day, one task, one goal every day, that I'm content with it. Anxiety or no anxiety. You know what I mean? Hey, Prima. So, like, the short story series is gonna be dope. Like, I actually like it. Basically, like, sometimes I write stuff and I don't really like it. Like, I like my poems, and then also I should probably, like, it would be nice if next year if I could, like, practice memorizing my poems again, like, knowing them off the top of my head. Like, I got a couple that I know off the top of my head, but sometimes when I'm writing so much things, like it's hard to really like sit down and focus on one poem or one thing to memorize because there's so many. It's like, which one do I want to memorize? And then once you memorize that one, so I'm still a bit, I'm a baby writer, I'm a baby. Like a lot of people, they can memorize and perform their stuff. I used to, but it's just like with having this diagnosis and stuff, things change a lot for me. Like the way I feel, my moods, my thought process, my ideas, like things always like are like floating around. Like I share your goals, plans for the new year, but additionally for me, it's also preparing to move out of my family's house by April. Oh, good. That's good, Chris. So then you've been thinking about like your plans for the new year's as well. So I know I'm not alone, and that makes me feel happy. And I want to thank everybody for like being patient with me and supporting me. I hope I can continue to make you guys laugh. I hope I can continue to make you guys cry. I hope I can continue to make you guys think, differently or whatever. But I am on a live stream. Mom.
Yeah.
I am on a live stream. This isn't a phone call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up and we can go run our errands. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like I'm just like caught in between like, I really should just focus on my career. I really should just put all my energy into it. I said this in the vlog I did, Love is a Sacrifice. If you go back and watch it, I was fighting. Well, me and one of my partners had a lover's quarrel. And I talked about in that video, like love is a sacrifice, and I'm taking time out of myself to support relationships that probably are not as important to them as they are to me. And I'm taking that's taken away from me focusing on my career. Like I could be so much further off, but also I can't blame it on, I'm too like wrapped up in relationships and partnerships and being poly. Like that's really not it. Like a lot of it too is part of my diagnosis. Like having this diagnosis is like anything can happen in any moment in my mind or in my reality and change all of my plans for the day or change my goals for the year. Like, like sometimes I could be in the middle of, sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's circumstances, life. Like I used to go to trainings and classes and try to commit to my education and things like that. And I end up having to move. And when I have to move, I have to drop out of the class. I have to do this because I have to focus on, like, I'm not like some normal atypical personality. They can go to school, raise their kids, cook dinner every night, go to work. And if they have to move out and do all that shit at once. No, I cannot do that. I can't. Like, I just can't. Like, some people can do that shit. I can't do that shit. I have to focus on one thing at a time. Like, if I'm focusing on getting my home together, that's what I'm focusing on in that season. If I'm focusing on getting my books together, that's what I'm focused on in that season. I can't do all this at one time. I can't do it. You can't even pay me to do it. Like, there was a training I took. It was a whole 1 month training. And I took it before. And I always, once I get to, like, the last week, I can't do it no more. Like, my sleeping pattern is upside down. Like I go through a lot of shit personally, and it's nobody's fault. And then here goes another cliffhanger, right? So my ex-fiance is kind of back in the picture, but not really. Like, we don't know what to do. I feel like I was cheated out of that relationship. That was the person I was supposed to be with and be monogamous with, and that didn't work out. And now it's like 8 years later, he's back, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, I like our friendship. We do have a connection. That is my soulmate, and I always said that, you know what I mean? But, like, and I know he cares about me. He loves me. Shout out to you, babe. But we're both in so personal spaces that we can't foster a healthy, like, loving, intimate relationship because of, one, the distance, and two, personal, like, he's going through his personal, growth, and I'm going through my personal growth. But it hurts because, I really want to be, like I need somebody, I need a companion to, like, bounce these ideas off of. Like, I can use you guys and be like, but y'all don't give me the feedback sometimes that I want. Like sometimes I want to read a chapter of the book I'm working on and be like, oh, what do you think about this? Or should I change this? Or should I change that? I don't have nobody to do that with. And then if I do it with y'all, it's a spoiler. You see what I'm saying? Like, it spoils, like, okay, oh, I told y'all was with me in the process of writing the books. I read some of the chapters, I did excerpts, I asked for ideas, and now the book comes out and y'all know the whole story already. So it's like, really. But it's so crazy because I found mad shit I wrote and don't remember. And I was looking at the dates. It's like 2017, 2018, and I don't remember. Like, I thought it was just like a chapter of my story, and I clicked into the file, and the shit was like 20 pages long. Like, no bullshit. And so God works in mysterious ways. The universe is always working in mysterious ways. Ashe, and I'm into that. As far as my ministries and spirituality, like, I'm continuing my spirituality, growing myself first before I can foster teaching you guys more about, spirituality or how the universe works, or about, love, magic, spirit, like all of that stuff. Before I can do it, I have to anchor myself spiritually first, so that when I feed y'all this knowledge, it's not bullshit. Or when I feed y'all this knowledge, it gives you good energy, it protects your aura and all these other things. So that's why I've been holding off on Manifest Destiny stuff. I do got new tarot card sets and things like that. I could have sworn, I got some new Bibles, and stuff like that. So I'm still doing my research and doing my, my self learning, my self-taughtness. I'm not gonna keep this video too long because I do have to go run errands. But I just want to say, like, the anxiety I've been having lately is so scary because it just happens, and then, like, I can only take so much, and then, like, when I go to sleep, like, I go to sleep because I can't take the anxiety no more, and then when I get up in the morning, I don't want to get up because I know I'm going to have to deal with the anxiety again. But when I'm up, I'm just trying to do things like listen to Christmas music, but even that reminds me of that person, and, like, it sucks because I've been through this before. Like, a lot of people, like, we can relate to heartbreak. We can relate to, like, we broke up, or they cheated on us, or they lied to us, or they gave up on us, or whatever. So I'm just going through that or whatever. But I'm trying to use that energy instead of, like, repeating bad habits and patterns that I had in the past. Like I told y'all in the Dating with a Diagnosis vlog that I just did. I'm trying to, like, anchor myself to my career and my success. Like, can't be wasting my time on people who don't see the vision. And a wise man once said, even my mom told me this, and I see it a lot in successful people. They say, when you have a vision or a goal, or you see a purpose and you start this business or you start a program or something like that, other people are not going to see your vision. Other people are not going to see and understand what you're trying to project. And it hurts, though, because for me, it hurts because it's like, I want that person to be like, yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about, or yes, I understand that, oh, that's a great idea, or this is what I can do to, accompany you, or to support you in this and that and the third. And they don't get it, so. But, so that's why I say the gift is a blessing and a curse, to know, like, I knew all of this was going to happen, because it's happened before. And I be, like, denying myself too. Like, that's why I have to tell myself, believe, believe, believe. Like, I have a whole, like, thing with believe, because before I didn't believe in my visions. Like, I used to think that, like, oh, if I had a vision or a dream or a premonition, that it wasn't going to be real. Welcome, viewer. And come to find out, it happens, and then it's true, and then I have to live through it. And it's like, I didn't want to be, let me see what this is. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Hey, I can see you.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm on good. I'm actually on the bus, so I don't know if it's loud in the background.
No, it's not loud. Your voice is a little low, but the background is not loud. And I have my volume down.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the vibe. I'm not gonna be on here for too much longer. I was just filling everybody in on like, you know, my recovery and how I'm trying to like stay balanced and, you know, in the midst of having anxiety attacks every hour and staring at the wall because I don't know what to do with myself or, you know, trying to reach out to people who don't want to reach back, you know. So, but I'm also like talking about the new year and the success that I intend to fulfill for myself. And yeah,
Cool. Yeah, I know what you mean with the anxiety thing. I just lost my barber passed away yesterday morning. COVID,
oh,
and the scary part about it was he was a health nut, so he ate real healthy, and he didn't eat meat or none of that. So I'm like, but he didn't take the vaccine, so I don't.
mm,
There's something in the air what really happened, but I'm kind of like everywhere. So I'm just coming back from a movie. I went with an activity at the recovery center that I work at. She's
okay,
Spider-Man, so I had to go there. That really didn't help, but it
yeah,
had me where I had to sit still. You know what I mean?
yeah. It gave you a moment to like focus on something else instead of like the anxiety or the situation.
Like, cause I'm gonna end up still like going through it because he was real close to me. Like he didn't know he wasn't my father, but we had like that support with the father thing and eating right, which I really didn't. I
That
didn't go by too good, but he was like that big brother thing. Excuse me, sorry.
I can
Yeah, so
understand that.
on my feet. Yeah, I'm sorry to jump in. I was on the bus. I said, let me just jump in real quick.
You're
You
fine
know,
to try to do this because I didn't know how. I see other people do it. I never knew how to do it, so I'm glad you jumped in.
oh, okay. Yeah, so let me watch where I'm walking at too. But I'll talk to you soon if it's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for joining the
Good to
live.
see you.
Ciao.
No problem.
I don't know how to
Ciao.
close it out. Let me see. Okay. Well, that was